Hey Fruit Faces, it's Clary here, and I just want to talk to you for a few seconds. I'm sitting here eating some carrots. These are actually kind of pre-sliced that I had made when I was just doing carrot noodles, and didn't want to chop my finger off when I was at the end of it. So, excuse me, I have these slices, perfect for dipping, all ready to go. And I have this lovely little kind of sauce stuff that I made the day before yesterday, and it's still good. I've got some apple cider vinegar in there, some seaweed, mainly some root vegetables, carrots, sweet potatoes, parsnips from the frozen Costco bag, all blended up together, and some herbs, some spices, some flavoring and stuff like that. So it's pretty darn good. And this is, I think, the second day in a row now I've been having this for breakfast, because those of you who watched my channel for a while, you know that, a lot of times I'm not ready to go right in the morning. In fact, lately I've been getting into my exercise before I really have anything, making sure to get a lot of water in the morning and all that. And this is just so easy because I kind of tend to, surf that fine line of like, okay, I'm hungry, I'm getting hungry, I'm getting hungry, I'm getting hungry, bam, I'm too hungry now, and then that has been one of my problems throughout, history of me trying to do, raw till 4 and everything. So it's really good to have stuff that's pre-made. I'm finally getting on this bandwagon of like planning ahead, having it handy, and just being able to eat it. And you know what? I don't give a shit that this isn't a breakfast food, okay? This makes no difference to me. And this is just another one of the many, myths and stereotypes and, arbitrary rules that you have to live by. Who taught us that we need to eat breakfast foods for breakfast? I mean, first of all, it's not like breakfast foods are usually even that healthy when we're talking about, non-vegan types of breakfast foods. But, what we should be eating is something that's healthy, and something that we feel like eating. There's all these rules. You should eat this or that. And when it comes down to it, I think a lot of we just need to listen to our body, You should eat this before workout. You should eat that after a workout. Well, you can listen to these, rules and guidelines all day long, but as soon as you get a craving, that shit's going to go out the window. So really, your body's kind of the ultimate. But as long as it's healthy, as long as it's got calories, it's got some carbs, as long as it's healthy and gives you energy and has nutrients, it doesn't matter what order, and especially when you're talking about low fat. Because for me, I'm eating low fat throughout the day, so I'm going to have low fat things almost till the very end of the day. I'm going to add my fats into either my dips or, whatever. And if I have a little bit in there, I don't really notice a difference or a problem with that. So basically, my main point is, don't fall into this trap where you have to have a smoothie, you have to have pancakes, you have to have this. If you want a salad for breakfast, have a salad for breakfast. If you want to have carrots and dip for breakfast, have carrots and dip for breakfast. If you don't want to have breakfast until 11 or whatever, go with what works for you, because the more you fight that, the more you're going to have imbalance in your life. And I'm not saying to listen to your body if your body's telling you to go eat cheese. That's definitely not what I'm saying. But do what works for you that is also healthy and cruelty free. And, don't worry about, oh, well, this isn't a breakfast food. In the past, I never would have thought of this. And even doing raw till 4, I might have said, oh, well, I need to have fruit. This is pretty much all raw. Okay, that there's nothing wrong with this. In fact, this particular dip has like no fat in it. I didn't add any overt fats in here. That's why it's not as good as some of my other dips. But, you can have vegetables. You can have salad, vegetables, and then go back to eating fruit. Of course, especially again, if there's no fat in there, doesn't matter. Raw till 4 doesn't have to be exactly the way other people do it. I haven't had potato chips or baked potatoes or even whole potatoes for a really long time. I do have powdered potatoes, which might not be optimal, but I'm doing what works for me, and that's the most important thing. So feel free to vary off of these strict mindsets of you have to do this, this, and that, and then you can do that. And the only reason why I follow the rules that I do is because I broke them enough to know what actually works, what actually doesn't, what's actually a rule that I need to follow for myself, and what's actually a rule that is not. And some people find they can handle fat and they've broken those rules and they've found that, and that's great. I'm not here to tell anybody, follow my rules. I'm just saying what works for me. Hopefully that might help somebody else. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and eat some more carrots and get back on the bike. And yeah, don't forget to eat your carrots and fruit and whatever else you feel like eating. That's healthy.